Well, hello all. Unfortunately, we got some bad news over the news not too long ago, and I wanted to bring this to your attention. Despite warnings that the IAEA approved the Japanese to release contaminated Fukushima water, the plan is to release tens of millions of gallons of radioactive water from the destroyed nuclear power plant into the ocean. The massive storage of radioactive water has been ongoing since 2011 tsunami and earthquake in Japan. The IAEA notes the controlled gradual discharge of the radioactive water would have negligible impacts on people and the environment. Boy, if you've ever heard any bullshit any thicker than that, have you? Tritium, which is the main element they'll be releasing, emits ionized radiation associated with exposure, even at low doses, could lead to diverse health effects such as mutations and cancer. Tritium in the body binds to proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. Piping radioactive wastewater into the sea is an outrage. The ocean is not a garbage dump. That's what many fishermen in these oceans, the Pacific Ocean, are saying, that the ocean is not a dumping ground, and there's no sense at all that you dump this radioactive water into an ocean where you get fish out of and eat. It just doesn't make any sense. Our poor planet is being destroyed in so many ways, and this is one of them. Now, over last week, I had to go in and go into a medical center. I had a friend that was having a procedure done, and I had to wait there for about 2 hours and then take them home because they were under sedation. Now, as I was waiting there, the television, a huge screen, gigantic television screen, the size of almost a small theater, was on a channel that was nothing but remodeling of houses in the U.S. And what I saw was propaganda and brainwashing, most I've ever seen. It was never like that before when I used to watch television. First of all, every single house that they remodeled, I watched 3 remodels in this amount of time, and every one of them had a 3-car garage, gigantic footprint. You know, they were giant houses, and they were all recently built, and the new owners came in and didn't like what they saw, so they wanted a total gut job and a remodel of a house that was just built. What a colossal waste of material. They came into the house all thrilled and happy and with sledgehammers in hand and crowbars and smashed everything that was in there. Countertops, flooring, appliances, beautiful stoves and dishwashers, all of it went to the dump. It was all smashed up, and they even redid all the heating and the plumbing and the electrical in these houses. What a colossal waste. And we're constantly bombarded with this propaganda that you must continuously remodel your house. One home that was remodeled, of course it was all black, gray, and brown. That's all they do these days, is black, gray, and brown. And they said, well, this remodel, after they were finished, should last them 2 years, and then they'll call them back and they'll do another remodel. That is colossal waste. I think of my own footprint, a 1-bedroom apartment, very small, 500 square feet, and these people are talking thousands of square feet and remodeling them every 2 to 3 years with their 3-car garage and huge driveways and swimming pools and patios, and just unbelievable waste. And it was like 2 people lived in this huge house, and they had the great room and the living room and the dining room and the kitchen and the 4 bedrooms, the hallways and the 3 bathrooms. And I said, what on earth? Oh, and a utility room. And what would you need with all this space? But they were trained, just like the rest of the USans, into making sure that you're constantly keeping up with your neighbors, keeping up with the Joneses, always have the latest, newest fads, and constantly, I mean, how could you destroy a brand new countertop made of of different granites or marble countertops, and they were never even used, and you break them up with a sledgehammer? To me, that's just utter waste. And of course, during these shows, there was ever-ending advertising telling you to buy clothing from cheap box stores, buy cheap remodeling equipment from Home Depot and Lowe's and Target. And actually all these remodels, none of them used anything from Home Depot or Lowe's, because contractors know that these places sell nothing but cheap Chinese junk, and it won't last you more than a year or two before you have to replace all the cabinetry and the sinks and everything that you buy from these stores. No, they bought from high-end stores, and I even saw a gold-plated sink, a kitchen sink. It was only meant to last a couple of years, and then they'd throw it out. Unbelievable. But these ads, they kept telling you to buy cheap, junky Chinese clothes from some cheap garbage box stores, and to make sure you constantly upgrade your wardrobe to stay in fashion. Now, food was amazing. They had all these pills and little things that were about, little things like this, shaped in different shapes, look like gumdrops, and these were to replace fruits and vegetables. So they would show a whole pile of broccoli and greens and spinach and all this, and you didn't have to eat that. You just take this little pill kind of thing, and that takes care of all your nutritional needs for the day. And then the rest of the day you could use squeezes and goos and cheese whizzes and puffed cheese puffers and all this stuff, and eat that all day. Well, for your nutritional needs, you just took this little orange or green or blue or red pill type thing to take care of all your necessary nutritional needs. Boy, the brainwashing that it's fed over the television in the U.S. is colossal. Not one ad was for, listen, there goes my alarm again. I'll be right back. See, I eat beans and different things like that you have to time to make sure that the cooking's done right. So that's what you're hearing is the different alarm, the timers on the stove. See, I don't just take a bag, rip it open, and eat some kind of artificial thing that has no nutritional value at all, and then take this little pill that's supposed to give you all this energy and vitality. And then you take all these antacid pills and things to coat your stomach to counteract all the garbage that you've been eating all day. I never take any of that stuff because I eat right. I eat my greens and my vegetables and my fruit, and I don't have any stomach problems where I need to coat my stomach with pink goo and that sort of thing. The brainwashing in the U.S. is phenomenal, and that's why you see so many heavy people here in the U.S. is they're brainwashed into eating incorrectly, no exercise. You get on this thing and this pedal thing, and you put it on the floor, and it automatically turns, and you put your feet on it, and that's supposed to give you exercise. Lord, we are so brainwashed in this country. Don't pay attention to it. In fact, what you should do is take your television and deposit it into a recycling bin and forget about television altogether. Get outside, do something, and learn about what the environment's really like and what is really happening. These days we're having more and more warnings about heat wave and high heat and what we're supposed to do about it, but not one bit of news about the environment being in trouble, because it's just another hot day. Is it going to be hot like this all summer? If so, go get some shade, make sure you're in an air-conditioned room, and turn your air conditioning on in your car. Brainwashing in this country is so thick. We must ignore it. Turn those televisions off and forget about it. Don't watch the junk that's on television. There's nothing on there worth watching, and you never get to watch a show more than 3 or 4 minutes before you're deluged with 5 or 6 minutes of commercials. So why even bother? All right, any comments on this would be appreciated. Your ups and definitely your new subscribers. It all helps the algorithm to boost this channel so that more people watch it and more people get the information that nobody else is talking about. I appreciate it, and until next time.